have to say a very personal experience I had was during my deployment. And at this moment, between having IRAMs landing on base and killing people, friends getting hit by IEDs while going out on missions, I got a series of really bad phone calls having to do with my family. My little sister had been missing for a month. My mom was having terrible breakdowns. And then on top of that, I was having relationship problems. And all of that stuff mixed in together, the family issues, the relationship issues, and just the stresses that naturally come with a dangerous deployment, I practically broke. It feels great to talk about it. I mean, when you talk about it, you get it off your chest and you don't focus on it so much. When you think about it too much, it distracts you. You know, it gets to the point where someone's having a conversation with you, you start thinking about stuff and you're not even there. You have to ask them to repeat themselves. So it definitely feels great to talk about it and just to get a bit of it off of my chest. I remember sitting down in my room, and this is something a lot of people don't know, nobody but my team, holding not my rifle, but actually my pistol, just holding it, and thinking at that moment during that crisis, I could just shoot myself and I won't have to deal with this anymore. All the people back at home that keep saying that they need me so much, that their lives are worse without me, you know, all of these colonels and sergeants here, they're saying they need me to do this paperwork, they need me to go out here and check out this $8 million project. I won't have to deal with it anymore. I can be free. And it was a very hard thing to do, but I actually went to my sergeant the next day, who was very open about his own post-traumatic stress disorder from previous tours, his own suicidal ideations, and because of him being so open and honest about it, it was easier for me to go and confide in him because I knew he wouldn't judge me. And the first thing he told me was, hey, I'm here for you, but I'm not a professional, but how about I take you to combat stress? And so that's what he did. We went to combat stress. I sat down and chatted with them, and over the span of about a month, I met with them, talked about the stuff I was going through until I felt better. And what I'm getting at with this is one of our biggest issues with suicide awareness in the military is that it's still a joke. No one can give a suicide prevention brief without someone cracking a joke, without someone whispering under their breath or saying to their battle buddy to their right or their left, well, oh, if somebody kills themselves, they deserve to die anyway. Or, oh, that person was weak. I went through this in my deployment. I went through that in my deployment, and I'm fine, so what's wrong with him? I think it needs to be stressed that everyone responds to different situations differently. And let's say a rocket landing and blowing up, it may not affect this guy at all. It may not affect my battle buddy at all. But he needs to remember it affected me. He needs to be sympathetic, he needs to be understanding, and he needs to not criticize anyone who's taking the steps to get help so that way they can be a more efficient and effective soldier. Overall healthy, which is what we strive for in the military. I think the sooner we can achieve that, just let go of this negative stigma that, oh, you're stressed out, oh, you're thinking about hurting yourself, you're weak. The sooner we can get past that, the better we will be. The more people who will go get help and not feel weak because they're suffering.